Shivers down my spine.
Good chords.
Great chords.
Good chords.
I'll tell you the story, guys. Welcome to another episode of Andertons TV
Yay!
with myself, the Capitan,
Oh.
and this fine sexual double denim diva.
Well, it's
Danish
not.
Pete.
See, double denim. It's cool,
It's not
man.
quite double denim. It's like corduroy and denim.
Oh, it's
isn't
actually, it is a denim, but it's like a, it's a salvaged kind of denim,
Oh,
I think.
I like it.
They made it out of,
So-
it smells like,
Teen Spirit.
it's something like that.
So I get in pretty early in the morning.
Ba-da-ba-da-dum.
Yeah. Pete's already here because he's an early riser. And we always start our mornings off with a cup of coffee and a couple of chords. It's like, why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And he played this chord this morning as part of it, and I went, "That's that Michael Jackson thing." And he went, "Oh, what, you mean this?" And then he just played that Human Nature thing, and I'm just like, "You're so talented."
It's
I hate you.
I've done a video on my own channel, and I just sat and what shall I play, because we play stuff all the time, and it's really difficult to come up with new stuff all the time. So I sat and faffed about, and so I played those kind of chords. And you said, "Oh, that's like that song. What is that song?" And this one.
Does that send a shiver down?
And it's like, who's that?
And then we had a really long conversation about whether it was appropriate to like Michael Jackson and all this stuff, as you can imagine. Anyway, that's how you should start every day. I'm the luckiest man alive.
Yes.
So
it's not a bad thing, is it? Not a bad job.
And then we thought, right, you know what we must video today? Because they are stunning, and they've been here like a week, and we've been remiss in not doing them. And that is these.
I'll grab that.
Sexy Stratocasters.
Yes.
And I'm not going to talk for hours about this because that's boring, but you guys probably saw a video that Pete and I shot a couple of weeks ago called like the best Teles we've ever heard or something like that. Probably the best Teles we've ever heard.
Something like that.
And that was last summer, so summer 2017, we decided that we would do a run of Telecasters based on Pete's faithful purple telly that he's had for about 3 years. Yeah. Which is a custom shop relic. It's not a like a original 50s telly.
No.
So we did those, and they were spectacular. They like 8 guitars all sold in a week, and we've ordered some more in different colours and different finishes for in the summer. But what you didn't know was at the same time we were speccing this, our Fender custom shop rep, who clearly in hindsight is an excellent salesman because he got us to order like another 10 guitars that we probably hadn't even thought about ordering. He went, "Why don't you do some Strats at the same time?" So of course Pete and I were sitting there going, "Oh, what would we do?"
Yeah.
Like kid in a candy shop. What would we do if you?
Because you can do anything.
Anything.
Fender custom shop. You can come into the shop. You come into Andertons and go, "I want to build myself a Strat that has got, anything, any color."
Yeah.
It has to be in the catalog, of course, but you can make. Actually, you can probably make anything.
Well, it has to have the shape has to be an original Fender shape. So you can't literally go in and send them a piece of paper and say, "Can I have this?" It has to be like a Strat or a Tele or a Jazzmaster or something they've made before. The challenge was to try and design, or not design, spec up a Strat that hadn't been done like by another retailer, because not because that's bad, just because it's like, well,
but then you can go there and buy it.
We wanted to do our thing.
I personally thought about maybe doing a little cut here, but then I thought maybe that's not.
They won't let you. What, and having do a little cut and have it a slightly different colour to the rest of it.
I just want to have a little cut
and
there.
3 aside on the headstock.
No,
maybe.
yes, I didn't think about that, but
we didn't do that. These were spec long before even that was we knew about that.
Yeah.
So I guess when it all boiled down to it, the bit that I think the two things that Pete and I both felt make a magic Strat is when the feel of the neck is just like, and the sound, the tone of the pickups is just, and for us, and I guess maybe I'm not such a stickler for it having to be lightweight, but I know you are. Yeah. So we kind of went and lightweight too. I
like to do that.
I like to do that. So there the search kind of became, because Pete and I have played a lot of Strats in the last 10 years, that we went, or longer, that we've gone, it's an amazing Strat. Yeah. But we've never really kind of gone, I wonder what it was about that Strat.
No, but immediately when you pick a guitar up, you know immediately that it's like, yes, this is the one. So,
So the journey started, I think, that we spent a lot of time talking about what neck should it have on it.
Yeah.
And
going and feeling loads of necks.
We wanted a rosewood fretboard.
Yeah.
And we wanted a fatter but not baseball fat, like a fatter than a modern Strat neck.
Yeah.
And we tried a bunch, and fair play to our custom shop rep, the lovely Jake, who some of you in the UK may have met at different Fender shows and stuff.
Yeah.
He's been doing it for a long, long time. He's actually just been promoted now. He's now head of custom shop Europe, not just the UK.
Oh,
so he's like,
congratulations! Yes,
to Jake,
congratulations.
He said,
congratulations.
I've got an idea. I've got an idea. Why don't you? He said there is a John English. John English, if you don't know, was head of custom shop for many, many years until he sadly passed away. He did a 1959. It's called the 1959 John English neck carve. 59 is significant because that was the first year that Rosewood was introduced onto a Fender Stratocaster. And he said, I think it's kind of perfect for you. So we did literally go. Well, there was
one in the shop.
Was there?
There's been one in the shop. There was white 59 limited edition in the shop, but it didn't hang around for long. And I remember picking that up and going, wow, what is this?
Oh, okay.
But I didn't realise that neck was actually one of those till he started talking about it. Because it's a bit fatter.
It is.
But it's not as fat as a 50s neck, and it's not a V, and it's not...
It's not a 60s neck.
It's not a 60s neck, so it's right in between those kind of things.
Yeah. We're talking micro differences here. But it's that difference between picking up a Strat and going, yeah, this is really nice, and then picking up a Strat and going, oh, this is something special. So we went with that, and this was really, really important because Pete and I, and not just Pete and I, everybody that I know that is a player goes, you got to go heavy relic on the back of the neck.
Yeah.
Get that gloopy,
get that
gloopy stuff, and get some like, I know it's a replica here, but you know, replicate that. Like,
it's a feeling,
super worn-in vibe.
Yeah,
it's like, cool. So that's the neck. 9.5-inch radius. So. Back last summer, we were like 100 million%. It's got to be 9.5-inch radius because like 7/4 or whatever. That's like nobody plays that anymore. Of course, we did, in fairness, do a video recently where we went, oh, maybe actually it's not as like difficult as everybody.
It's not.
Seems
It's just a setup issue. It's a setup problem with it's a Steve Vai.
Steve Vai, absolutely.
Steve Vai.
So 9.5-inch radius. So again, it's kind of like a modern curve and 6105 frets. So kind of like pretty, like slightly fatter than would have been on an original vintage Fender.
Vintage.
So I've told you about the neck. I think you now should tell them about the pickups.
Well, but the body first, because the body used to be older back then, but we chose because we would like to have them lighter. Also, kind of a thing that I took from the telly, from my Telecasters, because it's incredibly light. It's only like, I think it's like 6 pounds or something ridiculous, or something.
I give you 7.
So we spec'd them up with ash bodies, which is not normal on a 59. They didn't come into what, 64?
Something like that.
So that's not normal.
Well, you would have, like Telecasters, I think would have been ash.
Maybe.
Strats,
I'm not sure.
Never were in the early days.
So anyway, we spec'd them up because the body is lighter. We gave them the relic job. We gave them a relic job. We didn't want too much, but again, it has to sort of fit with the neck. And if the neck is relic, you can't have a completely brand new body because that just looks weird.
And that's one.
And I like it.
Yeah, that's one where, to be honest with you, I ebb and flow not between relic and new, but between relic and heavy relic. Like sometimes I'm like, I sort of wish that we'd heavy relic these.
Like uber relic them.
And then other times I go, well, do you know what? If I bought one of these and really played the Hebe you'd begin to wear some of that.
You say that. I mean, you have to play it.
Oh yeah.
We talked about that. So there's about 730 hours in a month, right?
Is there?
And something like that. And you have to, if you want to play your guitar, let's say so it looks like a 50-year-old guitar. I mean, you have to. If you play it 8 hours a day, it's going to take you. I mean, it's incredible.
Well, so let's do.
It depends on how you.
Relic schmelic.
Yeah.
The reality is, 99.9% of guitars you buy nowadays will have a really, really hard-wearing polyurethane finish on it, which you'll just never relic.
I mean, it'll never ever relic. We've just done a video, actually, Ariel and me did a video where we compared a road-worn to a, and then we had some other guitars in, like my old 2004, which is now, what, 2004 to now, it's like 14 years old. I mean, and the only thing that's with that is little dings, because when poly gets hit, the lacquer, you can't, there's no wear on it at all, and I've played all thousands.
You won't get this style of wear and tear.
You won't.
The older guitars and modern, you know, and some manufacturers still use the original nitrocellulose finishes, which goes on very, very thin. It's very, very soft. Ironically, there's a mixed opinion as to, you know, did guitar manufacturers move away from nitrocellulose because it was just nitrocellulose is very labour intensive to apply.
Is it though?
Actually, it's very, very labour intensive to apply nitrocellulose, because it's like
so it takes a long time to put it on, and then they have to take it off afterwards.
Yeah.
To relic
Well, again, I think on a new old stock guitar, it's several re-lacquered attempts to build up that big deep shine. I think when they're doing relic stuff, they don't bother to put like all of it on to take all of it off again. They kind of they do it with like a thin skin, and then they wear it off. But
anyway, let's just we're talking too much again.
We are. You're totally right.
We need to play. So before I explain about the pickups, I'm just going to go through them, and then we can talk about them afterwards. Okay, here's the G chord, clean into the Fender Hot Rod Deluxe version 4. Hello. Oh, and that was the two pickups here together. Now this front pickup. I know you probably don't play that on that, but anyway, I've got a bit of a compressor on here. You know what? I'll take that off actually.
That's a good idea. So this is no pedals at all.
So this is no pedals at all. Front pickup, both together. Middle pickup. These two pickups. Two, that is. Position 1.
Position 2.
Put some light speed on from Greer. Position 2. Back, pick up. And that's not much gain on it. That's almost a little bit like 1 o'clock on the gain. Let's just hit in the clean tone on top of that. I mean, it's got that. I mean, it's just great.
It's great.
So, pickup-wise,
yes,
we chose some different pickups and we chose some different configuration for the tone controls. So in the front, you got a 69 custom. They're all custom shop Fender pickups. 69 in the front, in the neck, and this is 65 reverse wound, and this is a Texas Special on the back. So there's 3 different pickups. We got that configuration from the Mischief Maker. That I played in a top shelf guitar, you know, the one with the Teles headstock on it, and it was really, really cool. But it had that guitar had the Grease Bucket Brigade circuitry in it, where this one acts like a blend.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit sort of
blending in the neck pickup.
It blends in some stuff, and I'm not quite sure. And it gets a bit confusing because you go, why is it like this? So what we chose to do is that we. Instead of having, you know, normally this doesn't really do anything it doesn't really do anything, which is really weird. So on the back pickup, it works as a tone. Wah pedal.
I think that's really cool. So yeah, I've never, well, no, I say I've never understood. I think it's kind of the original Fender wiring where tone 1 does this pickup, tone 2 does this pickup, and there is no tone on the back pickup, is I think a throwback to that kind of time in the 50s where the lead guitar player needed to be able to go, boom, here comes my guitar solo, and it's like cutting ice pick through the mix so you can hear me.
Yeah.
Because, you know, again, amps and recording equipment and stuff like that in those days didn't have the power and the clarity.
Yeah.
I think modern guitar players sort of shy away from using that bridge pickup.
A lot of people don't use it, really.
You know, or they'll put a humbucker in there or something because it's just too bright. But yeah, so we decided, and it's not terribly uncommon, but we decided to wire it so tone 1 does both these pickups and tone 2 does this pickup. And it's just a cool, you can, and the wiring wise, I should say, if you're going, oh, I wish they'd done it conventionally, or I wish they'd done it, it's like, there's no special component, it's just where the wires are sold.
It's literally just sold something different.
Phone the store, the guitar tech will do whatever you want. It's no problem.
Yeah,
but we like it like this.
It's a cool thing because what you can do, you can blend your tone in. So. You get almost like the front pickup kind of stuff. But it's also very sort of farty. And then roll the tone off, roll the volume up. Both up, full. That's just from one pickup, you get all of those different tones.
In a band with a bass player really thumping away there, you can see how you would still want to go to that bridge pickup in its like old-fashioned, super bright mode.
You want to go and put your delay on and just literally go.
In isolation, I always think that bridge pickup is like, whoa,
but it is a bit fierce there. And this
sounds great. Well,
I'll turn the tone back a bit. what we played before, where you turn the tone wave on it. You know what I mean? Off with the delay.
There's so many tones. So look, that's the guitar.
Yeah.
Come and try them out. We're super, super proud of these.
Absolutely.
We definitely think we've done a thing, like we've done an Andertons thing.
Yeah, so, like the Teles, man, and Fender's done a really, really good job. I mean, I really do like this guitar, but I've got too many kids. They can't eat guitars.
You got too many kidneys. That's the problem. Get rid of one.
Hang on. Maybe, I've sold one already, so now maybe I need some. But this is so cool with the anodized 8 scratch plates.
So again, just to give you the super recap here, very unique, so unique in fact that it doesn't even have a Fender part number. So when you see this in the little certificate that you get with it, it just says it's a 1960 neck, and then when that's the part number, and then in the notes at the bottom it goes, it's not actually, it's a John English 59 carve, but it doesn't have a part number.
Yeah.
So that's the neck, heavy relic neck, ash body. The pickups from the Mischief Maker, which sounds superb, the slightly different wiring, and the relic finish, and a beautiful case, and a beautiful accessory pack that you get with all custom shop guitars, which is lovely feature. Anyway, colours-wise, you know, again, colours you can obviously do whatever you like, but we chose some that we really like. I think the two that Pete are holding is definitely, that's the one I wanted to do, and that's the one Pete wanted to do, obviously.
One is gone already, by the way.
Yeah.
One has gone to Colchester.
The other thing, so you've got this amazing purple with the gold anodized scratch plate. You've got this beautiful Lake Placid blue with the tortoiseshell plate. The one that in the Telecaster and the Strat that I think Pete and I just didn't think would be like that amazing, but this is candy apple red for some reason on the relic and on the ash body.
It sinks in.
I should say that we totally didn't. We didn't consider this when we were speccing it, but because you've got such a thin nitro finish on these, and the ash body has got a much more visible grain than an older body, the finish sinks in, and you see the grain, and it gives the guitar such a badass look.
Yeah, it does.
Anyway, so the candy red is the one out of all 5 that on both the Tele and the Strats that Pete and I have gone, that looks way better than we thought it would.
Yeah.
This is, you know, very conventional, the sort of 60s 3-tone sunburst.
It is a good looking guitar though.
There's really nothing to not like about that. I mean, who doesn't like a nice sunburst Strat? And I guess, again, the curveball was we did the Sherwood metallic.
Yeah.
We did this in the Telecaster, and I definitely of the 5, it was the one that was probably people went, but on the Tele again, they sold like that. Yeah. So I think again, perhaps the green is is a more acquired taste. It's definitely for the guy that probably really wants a colour that you're not going to see every day.
Yeah. And just to mention as well, so to interrupt, the neck is quarter sawn maple neck.
Quarter sawn maple, yeah. So look, there you go. I will put links in the description below. The other thing that Pete and I have decided is to keep these as unique as possible. We've only ever made 2 of each Tele and 2 of each Strat so far. To keep them as unique as possible, once we sell out of this run, the next run will be slightly different again. The same spec, but different finishes, different levels of aging, that kind of vibe. And I think we're going to do that all the time. Not to try and make you think, oh, if you don't buy it today, you're going to miss out. But just so that when you do buy it, you know, you've got that satisfaction that there aren't going to be like 10 of you in the world.
Yeah, there'll be 2.
There'll be 2, and then maybe next year we might do another 2 or whatever. But it's like, it's low, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the idea.
And also, if you are left-handed, right, it's very important because people say, oh, you don't do them left-handed. We can do them left-handed, but unfortunately it have to be because if we made a purple Telecaster in a left-handed, the chances are somebody would buy them. Maybe, but please let us know in the comment section below.
I get that.
You know, come in. We can order one for you.
I mean, I guess a guitar at this kind of price point, is someone going to want to just custom order something on the basis it comes to and they go, I didn't really like it? That's a tough one, isn't it?
But that's what it is, you know. But at least,
I think left-handed players, it's nice. There's always a, you know, I can totally understand why retailers don't want to go, I'll go and invest 10 or 20,000 pounds in stock to find that, 18 months down the line, it's all still
You've got 8 left-handed Strats.
But as Pete said, look, please, left-handed players, come to the store, show us some love. We'll show you some love back. And maybe we will next.
We've got the order coming, so we could potentially, if you come in soon, we could probably add something on, couldn't we? We could do that.
There's no. We can order these 1 at a time, 10 at a time, whatever you want.
So there you go. So if you do want
7 days a week. Do you know what I haven't done? Can I show them tones-wise? Because you.
Oh yeah, we'll do the pedals quickly.
Do the pedals and do the tones. Now I've decided today. What Pete and I have been squabbling over who gets to use the Fender Hot Rod Deluxe because it's such a good amp.
And it works with pedals.
With like a Strat and a Teles. It's just such a good amp for a clean sound with pedals. And I know that you guys like it when we use that because it's kind of semi-affordable as well. It's a good reference tone for you guys. But I decided more recently, possibly inspired by a John Mayer Instagram post, I don't know. But I actually quite like the old Marshalls, but clean.
JTM45 style.
So we plugged into the JTM45, but it was making some funny noises, and so we thought, I'm not going to do this video with that. So we plugged into the Sheriff 44, which is kind of that ilk. Neck pickup. Neck and middle. Middle. Middle and bridge. And then bridge, everything on full.
It's a tone machine.
Well, it's just, again, it's one of those guitars where you go, there are good Strats and there are great Strats, and I'm hoping if you guys come in here and you try these, you will agree that these are great Strats. So look, let's quick. So tour of the pedal board. Can we swizz down to my one first, and then I'll do mine, and then Pete can do his.
Show me yours, and I'll show you mine.
So if I have nothing on,
nothing.
You'll notice I got no reverb. So that's the sound of my amp clean, which still sounds good. But I've been using the GFI Specular Tempest reverb, which actually is a crazy massive reverb pedal, and I've got it sort of dialed back to like about 5%. Can do crazy stuff if you want it to. Let's just turn the blend up a little bit on there. I didn't use this in the video. So I've got that. I've got my trusty carbon copy pedal. I've got a plimsoll, which I don't think I used much, but I didn't feel the need to go too heavy, but I was using the OD1 a lot, which is which I must admit is arguably, again, like
it's just
the best 80 quid that you can spend, or 80, whatever it is, £85. Because listen to that, clean, OD1. So even if you can't afford one of these, maybe get a Nobels ODR1 because it sounds great. Anyway, and the pedal over here, the Boss RV6, I'm afraid didn't get used at all.
No, still good. I've got a Cali 76 down here, which is the Guitar Paradiso limited edition, limited 25, isn't it?
100. They're just coming in batches of 25.
They're coming in batches, okay, just like me. So here's my clean tone. With some reverb from the Fender. And then you kick that, if you kick the origin in while you're holding a chord, check this out.
Should have got the trem arms out of the case, shouldn't we?
So we got the light speed from Greer, which you know I'm a fan of, and with that, just on the clean, it sounded it, or just that alone. Whatever that was, I don't know. Together they sounded it. It might be a bit bright, so what I'll do is I'll just roll the tone off a bit.
That compressor is so good!
What it does is, check this out, so if I hold the G chord without it on, it's a great guitar and it'll sustain forever, but if I put that on and I go, it's just more, and I just touched it with my finger. So yeah, it is very, very good, and that's because it's serial number 1. So then I got the, we don't sell this, but we got the King of Tone, which on top of it, it does this. So on its own. It's good, and then I've got the ARP 87, which just give that just a little bit of delay. Can you hear that? Nice! And then in the beginning, for the intro, I used the Hall of Fame 2 on a plate setting, just to give that sort of that. So that's it. I had the looper going as well, so.
Well, we'll jam out. I gotta say, I can even tell watching you play, and this is because it's a relic guitar, you're just going like, I'm gonna get into it a bit more.
I'm more at home. I'm much more at home on these guitars. It just makes, for me, makes relic stuff that you know, if you want to buy an old 60s Strat, it's going to cost you an absolute fortune.
Yeah. Well, Paul Sandercock from the store bought he bought a refinished 63, was it?
Yeah.
And it's beautiful. It's got a lovely neck on it, everything. The finished job was unfortunately not great, and I know Paul's going to try and get it redone again. Ironically, redone probably so that it looks a bit like this.
Yeah.
Because the guy who'd done it hadn't done a great job of refinishing it. And it does play great, but it was
and it sounds good.
Double the price of one of these.
Even more than that, I think.
And I suppose, in fairness, you know, there's an argument that says it's a great investment. It's only ever probably going to accrue in value. But it's like, I don't know, I mean, as a guitar...
and unless you're a big star like Joe Bonamassa or somebody, you won't take a 1963 Strat out to play a pop gig, because somebody who knows what it is going to go up and steal it.
That's the thing that amazes me. I think you would be, you as in the viewer, you would be shocked if you knew how many guitars that you actually see being used by big bands on stage that you think are the one that they're famous for owning.
Yeah, it's copies.
But that one that they're famous for owning is in a bank vault somewhere, and the one they're standing on stage with playing in front of 80,000 people is one that they've gone to Fender with and gone, Can you make me a
Scott
repro of it?
Scott McKeon has his dad's 1961 or 62, something like that. He's had it completely just copied by Dale Wilson, I think, from Fender. He just went, there you go. Can you just
because it's
do
like,
that?
why wouldn't the idea of one of these
at home.
pieces of history and art being
There we are.
damaged or stolen on tour or whatever it's just not worth it. Whereas at least, I mean, gosh, you would desperately hope if you did own one of these it wasn't damaged or stolen on tour. But at least if it was, you could buy another one.
Yeah,
you know, it's not irreplaceable.
I mean, but they need to be played anyway. All guitars need to be played.
They do. Play. Speaking of which, get us another loop, something else, I don't know. everybody, thanks for watching the Andertons Guitar YouTube channel. If you're a drummer or a keyboard player or interested in music technology, you might find one of our other channels interesting, and I'll put details of those in the description below. If you want to find out more about the products we've just featured, please click here. If you'd like to buy a t-shirt like this, please click here. If you want to watch another video on our guitar channel, click down here. And to subscribe to our guitar channel, click here. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.